Bonjour and welcome to Behind the Mic Live. This week, my guests are business strategists and success coaches for entrepreneurs. They've been working as an entrepreneur in the business for over 20 years. So we're going to talk about a lot of insights and how things have changed. And I want to give a big welcome to Behind the Mic Live, Cindy and Dieter.
Thank you.
Now, I am going to try your names because I always do. Okay. Cindy van Eeckhout.
Mm-hmm.
And
Very
Dieter Ruys.
Impressive. Very impressive.
Good?
Yes, good.
Guys, how you doing?
Well, doing fine.
Right.
Yes, happy to be here. Gee, happy to be here today with you.
Thanks. So, who is Cindy and who is Dieter?
That's a good question. So, let me start by telling you our story. And I'm going to start with our names. It was so very nice that you wanted to try to say our names. So my name is Cindy van Eeckhout. And this is my husband. His name is Dieter Ruys or Dieter Ruys. We have these strange names because we're coming from Belgium. So this is why the pronunciation is not so easy. But Cindy and Dieter will do. Okay. So our story is, so we're from Belgium. And we, after finishing our masters in business engineering and international relations, we started to work in the corporate business. We did it for 8 years. We loved it. We learned a lot, and we even met each other there. But after a while, we wanted to follow our heart. And we wanted to create our first business, which we did like more than 20 years ago here in Provence, in France. And in the meanwhile, we created 4 businesses in different areas. So how did we do that? So first, we moved from Belgium all the way to France. We ran a B&B and an art boutique. We did that for 20 years. The name of the bed and breakfast was Alegria, which means joy of life. And I'm just mentioning it because it's an important thing that will be the guideline in all our businesses we created. Then simultaneously, we worked as an author and a photographer for different magazines and an international travel guide. And today we own a real estate business for exceptional houses. And there the name is Alegria Provence Immobilier. And we are also the founders of Alegria Coaching. And there we help to accompany entrepreneurs to have achieve greater success and abundance. And I'm going to be very precise on that we help really to realize more and create more money, more time, and more impact in your business and also beyond. And why do we do that? Because we know that this is so valuable for entrepreneurs. And we've been there after 2 decades of entrepreneurship. We know what it is. And we know what it is to have success, and that's great. But we also know the learnings. And this is where we help with Alegria Coaching. And we're telling this story because we think that it's important that you can really do everything you want in your life. We believe that if you follow your heart, if you let yourself surrounded by interesting and positive and professional people, whatever, if it's your personal partner, if it's a business partner, if it's a coach, but if you have these interesting people around you, they will level you up. And so you will accelerate. And if on top of that, if you think really out of the box and get out of your comfort zone, and then you put in action, like focus on things that are really important for you, we really believe that you can create everything you desire. So this is a little bit about the story. I don't know if you'd like to add something.
That's already a bit. That's already a lot. No, it's true that we are. Our focus is on entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs that really want to create more money, more time, and more impact in their lives. And how we do this is by helping them looking for consistency in their revenues first. That's important. First, get this consistency going, and followed by scaling up the business and the revenues. So that's easy, but it's not that easy, of course, and that's why we are here. There are 2 very important elements here. Is the holistic approach we have, because we only believe as coaches that, of course, there is more than just the finance. So
Mhm.
we're gonna really work on with entrepreneurs. We're gonna see take into account different elements. It can be health, it can be relationships, it can be psychology, the mindset. All
Mhm.
these things are important in helping out and accompanying entrepreneurs. So that's the first thing that for us is really important. It leads to financial prosperity, but also it gives you really a life of abundancy of that's what
Mhm.
we're aiming for together with the entrepreneurs. Yeah, together. And together with this is that the holistic approach is important, but also secondly, it's we get things done. We are pragmatic. We've been there. We are entrepreneurs,
Yep.
and depending on what an entrepreneur wants or what he desires, we can be a coach, we can be a consultant, we
Right.
can be an advisor, a mentor. So depending on what they need, we have a solution for them. So that's basically what we do, and
That's our story.
that's basically
And it's maybe, yeah, it's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking.
Yeah.
But I think it's
yeah
important that people also see a little bit, what did we do before? And
Yeah.
because we worked in so many different areas. And this is for us so important that you know that you can do whatever you want
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah.
If you have this purpose and you feel like this is what I want to do now, you can do it forever, or you can do it for 10 years, for 20 years, for 5 years. And then you feel like doing something else. This is okay.
Yeah.
You don't have
And
to do one thing for your life and don't think anymore. You just
Yeah.
do whatever you
do it.
feel.
You
That-
feel, follow your heart. You follow your heart, and that's the that's what I wanted to say as well, is the authenticity, and that's why we call our businesses Alegria, is the joy of life. Is
Mhm.
also important to follow this,
And this
joy
is
of
what
life.
I think, connected us, how we met through these
Mhm.
networking groups and things, is that I think as coaches, we're kind of like brainwashed that you have to decide on one thing that you do and only do that one thing and put the blinders on and that's it. And
Mm.
there is you need to have focus and drive, of course. But
Yeah.
what I love is that you guys have come together from the business side. So
Yeah.
you've got the business and the financial and the logistical, but then you also have the creative, because like you're a photographer and you've traveled around and you're writing and taking photos and things. And over the last 20 plus years in business, what are some of the major changes that you guys have seen, or some of the biggest challenges that you've overcome?
Challenges.
There has been quite a bit of challenges, but
in 20 years, this is, I think, for every entrepreneur.
yeah.
Challenges. This
Okay.
is the big word, because there are
Yes.
successes, of course, but there are so many challenges. So let's talk about some challenges.
Right.
For me, yeah,
You can start with
in
business.
In business, a very, very big one. And I remember because we were, it was like in 2010 somewhere. So we were
Okay.
already up and running for 7, 8 years, being in our comfort zone and being very happy with our bed and breakfast. And then there was a big competitor coming. And
Yeah.
why am I telling this challenge? Because this is whatever you're doing, in whatever business you are, when you're in this comfort zone and feeling good and life is beautiful, and there's a competitor coming. And for tourism world, it was Airbnb.
I figured, yes. Okay. So how
I
did
don't
you
have,
overcome that
That
challenge?
was
I'm not
a big change.
against Airbnb, but
No.
I'm
Right.
going to tell you how we felt at that time and how it triggered things and how things were completely different for us. So because Airbnb came on the market, first of all, our profession as a professional Airbnb owner, it was not a profession anymore because everybody in the world could
Yeah.
do it. It was like you could do it from one day to another. You can just open your room
Yep.
and have
Yep.
guests. So there was no regulation and there was no value anymore in the profession. So that's a little bit weird. But then there was a second thing. It was the market at that time completely changed because the offer for us here where we live here in the countryside, the offer on the market, it was multiplied by 20. To give you an idea, where we live here, we were like 10 professionals, like hotels, B&Bs, running this in a very comfortable way. And then
Okay.
all of a sudden,
You're in a
we go
groove.
from
You had a
10.
groove going, and then Airbnb comes.
We had
Yeah.
10 people renting out
Yep.
hotels or B&B going to 200. Can you imagine
Wow.
what it does with the market? So it
Mm.
starts to be so competitive at one time. And then there was a
Mhm.
third thing that was like very freaking us out because in the beginning, and also that changed now, but in the beginning, the people who were starting with Airbnb, they did like a little extra because they had their main income, but they wanted some extra money. So they rented out a room. So what they did with the pricing was like, boom, they put the pricing so low because it was
Right.
just an extra. But it made it for entrepreneurs very, very complicated to be competitive and to survive and have profits. So if you're in a situation where all of a sudden your market becomes so competitive, the pricing are going down and you lose your value, it's like, oh my gosh. So you've got two options. Or you just, in whatever business you are, or you just adapt to the pricing and do the game,
Mhm.
which if we would have done it, you go bankrupt. Or
Right.
you decide
Right.
to just
Right.
do something else. And we, of course, decided to do the second option. And we were thinking out of the box. And we did two important steps. And I'm going to tell them because also there, whatever the business, I'm telling this in this tourism sector, but you can
Mhm.
apply it in every sector.
Mhm.
So we invested in our domain and in our rooms because we wanted to create more value, more comfort, and more service.
Yeah.
Yes.
Secondly, and it was also very strange and tricky, it's very strange inside of you to do that. We double our prices because first
Yes.
we wanted to keep up
Yes.
high standards
Yeah.
and we wanted to attract high-end clients.
Comfort.
And when you do that, it's like a little bit scary because you don't know how the market will react. But at the end of the year, it was at that time the best year ever, just because we increased our number of clients, high-end clients. We increased also the number of families. And we were afraid of that because we were thinking we're going to lose them. And why did we had this? Because we realized that the market of more luxury B&Bs was not so huge and certainly not in Airbnb. So we created a niche. And then the last extra
Mhm.
thing, the
Mhm.
last extra thing was that we also increased the average of number of nights for one stay because these people, the high-end people, they don't like to move every 2 days. So
Right.
after all, we were so grateful at the end, not in the beginning, I would say. And we thanked Airbnb because Airbnb pushed us out of our comfort zone and we could create more revenues, more clients. And this is the lesson that we learned. It's
Yeah.
like whatever the challenge or the problem is, you can always turn it into an opportunity.
Yeah.
So this was a challenge, but I must say there was even a bigger one later on.
Yeah,
And
there was even a big one, but the Airbnb one was really huge, and it's true that it stimulates you to be creative and to think out of the box.
Mhm.
The bigger one was, as we all know, COVID.
yeah,
I was, yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I think that for business, there's BC and AC, like AC/DC, but
before and after.
before
Yeah.
COVID and after COVID. And that
Yes.
leads me to what I want to talk about next is that, but I want to mention what you guys already talked about. I think it's really interesting because, okay, yes, you know, it's very easy for us to go, all right, everyone else has lowered the price, so we have to match everybody else's price. But I love what you guys did is you took a completely different approach of let's go luxury, let's go exclusive, let's go
Mhm.
up a level. Let's not worry about because you're right. Everybody and their brother was running Airbnbs for, I don't know, 50 euros or whatever it was, ridiculous prices. And everyone else was like, what are we going to do? Well, when you develop that luxury market and you have that experience already of creating your Airbnb, you eliminate a lot of potential people, but you eliminate, how do I say this without pissing people off on LinkedIn? You eliminate the wrong people. You up it to a level of where you only have to focus on this one area. So that leads me to what I want to talk about with before COVID and then after COVID now, because obviously your business is all based on people physically being in a place.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden the whole planet just says you're not going anywhere. So how did you guys overcome
That
challenge?
was
The biggest one.
That was the biggest challenge. That was really big because you remember 2020, 21, and COVID really hit hard, you know. And just imagine we were living in our paradise in Provence, but without any down anymore because there was a travel ban. Nobody could travel. And we relied on, of course, all these international guests coming in, and also the French guests. They couldn't come anymore. So we were at a stage that was really stressed. There was no revenues. There was just the scarcity of how long it would take, because at the time we didn't know, or it would take months, years, we didn't know. So that was really, really a stressy situation. And also we had to refund people because people booked for the summer, and they asked all for the refunds. So just imagine we were staying here in our beautiful spot.
Oh, so it went negative revenue, not just zero revenue.
It's not zero, it's just going under there. And this is like,
oh my God.
Yes, that was really scary. And I'm going down.
And it's not your fault, you know?
Right.
This is not your fault as a business owner. It's not your fault. This is what society decided to do.
Yeah, it's an external factor. It's the environment deciding on it. And of course, we were very much impacted because we were in tourism and event sector, and all these, restaurants were all very much impacted by it. And then that's an important point. And then you have to, again, we were sitting still, trying to figure out what to do. And there are two ways then to coping with it. Or you say, okay, we go down and we complain every day, and we're going to be negative, and we're going to find excuse. Well, there's a reason for it, but anyway, you can say, no, everybody's against me, everybody. But or you can say, okay, let's see it in a positive way. Let's take this time to put the seeds in, or to try to work on future success, and really think about what can we do to diversify. That's important, because we were so with our B&B and with our boutique, with our art boutique, we were so relying on the tourism coming in. So there were no tourists anymore. So so why not diversify? So at that time we said, okay, we're going to think positive, and we saw it as a game. Let's sit down and see what we can do. We have our skills as entrepreneurs. We speak the languages. We know about the region here. We love architecture and homes or houses. So why not start a real estate business?
Yeah.
And especially because we also, the years before, we had a lot of guests asking, "Oh, do you know a nice house in the area? Because we're looking for a home, for a second home, or for a holiday home."
Right.
And that's why we said, let's go for it. So we took the time during COVID to study art. We studied art. We went into studying and legal, and because legal stuff and urban. And it's very important to not be a cowboy in real estate. If you want to not be a cowboy, you have to learn your things, and you have to
do it properly. And you had the time to, well, everyone is like for 2 years freaking out. What am I going to do in my business? You guys are once again pivoting and going, okay, well, let's go in this direction. Now, what do we need to do? Okay, let's learn what we need to do. Let's get the experience.
Experience and skills from a coach, or from somebody that gives you the clues, and that's what we did. And it was really tough, and it was really intense. But at the end, today we are certified realtors, real estate agents. We have our real estate business going, and it's a luxury market. I'm very happy with it. So but it was quite intense, but it was that period that the seeds were planted in the COVID period. And I was so glad that we were not sitting still, and that we were just moving on and doing it. And also at that time, we were thinking of, because it was 20 years we were working with our guest house, that of course we were so dependent on it. And we came out of COVID, so we had the real estate going, and we did our best year basically after COVID.
2022.
2022, we did our best year because of the guest house, where the travelers were coming in, the guest house was going, the boutique was going. So we had a very nice year. But afterwards, we're thinking, well, did this for 20 years, the guest house, and we decided again to sit down and say, okay, are we wanting to go on with this, or are we going to start with a new chapter?
Yeah,
right.
And that's the time we ended the guest house. But we still went on with the real estate. But at that time, we were thinking of sitting down and starting with a new chapter.
A new chapter. So is this where? How I want to know this story. How did Alegria Coaching
Yes.
This
out
is
of all
when
this.
it was
Yes.
born.
Yes.
This was born
When
there.
we end
Yes.
hunting because our child was big and
Yes.
yeah,
20 years.
20 years.
20
So
was
it
great. And
was
we
great.
ended at the peak level of the last year was really peak. And we made an album even of all the people that came. We made really something special and emotional, very nice, with all the guests. And so but the time was there to move on. So the real estate was still there. And then we were thinking of, we need something spicy, something different as well. And said, wouldn't it be cool to share our experiences and share our insights with entrepreneurs, with people that you bring them to another level, or you with all the experience we have. And so that's what we did. We decided to start with coaching, and from there we took it on together with real estate, and we're so happy that we did it.
And it's great.
So let's talk about your coaching. What are like some qualities that you look for when you're working with a coaching client?
So qualities.
Well, so qualities. Oh,
so
it's a lot of qualities. You want
to? So we can decide what is our perfect client.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with one thing.
Just start.
One thing, of course, as we said, we work towards entrepreneurs. Why? Because we've got experience of this entrepreneurship. So perfect client for us, our ideal client is like an entrepreneur. And as we said, we focus also on this more money, more time, and more impact, because we know that it's crucial. So in that, if we can really, really choose our clients, we would go for a complete passionate entrepreneur.
Okay,
Passionate.
Drive.
We mean like, you feel it with your heart, you know what you want, and you know why you want it, and you believe in it, whatever it is. If it's a product, if it's a service, you believe in whatever you want to do.
Even if the market is not ready.
Yeah, if the market, it's okay. If you believe in it, then everybody else will believe in it. And of course, we are there then to accelerate it and to put you towards another level. So this passion is quite crucial. So that's one thing. Do you have something?
It's definitely, there's the passionate entrepreneur, because there's driving. They really want to move forward, and that's well to a company, and committed as well. If somebody is really committed to walk the extra mile and is full on, is wanting to take massive action to move forward and to get results. And because commitment is one thing. So what we see in entrepreneurs is that they are committed, and that's the ideal client for us. But then we come in because the commitment, as we all know, we all have commitment. Sometimes, it goes a little bit down. So you need someone sometimes to accountability, or
I was just going to say, you need a team, a partner, as you guys as coaches. It's
for the consistency. And then you get to the results.
Yeah.
Not saying that we it's always, but it's very useful that if you have the commitment, that there is somebody behind you sometimes and say, okay, come on, let's do some teamwork and make it happen.
Yeah, we always say commitment gets you going, but it's consistency that will get you in.
Yeah.
And this is it. So if you have a passionate client that is committed, last of all, we like positive people.
Mindset. Yeah.
If you've got a positive mindset, if you've got a growth mindset, if you believe that you can, even though there are challenges, and you have to know there will be challenges, because a life without challenges, first of all, you won't learn anything. You will never get out of your comfort zone, and it won't be fun. We wouldn't be here without all the challenges. So, but if you have this positive mindset,
growth mindset,
and this growth mindset, it's fun to work together. And if you see things like a game instead of like a problem, then it's just nice for both parties, for the clients and for us, to do this game. And then the results are amazing.
Yeah, you see, if people are really positive, then
it's amazing.
Then it's not, then again, a challenge should turn into an opportunity. And it's all about growth. Not saying that all of a sudden you're always, everything. No, it's just about seeing it. It's the perspective that is really important, how you see things. And if you see a challenge, and again, you turn it around, and then you learn always. It's a learning curve. And then at a certain point you grow and you become successful. I strongly believe in that. Yeah.
Well, you're also talking about taking a holistic approach to running your business. What are some tips that entrepreneurs can take or do to take a holistic approach rather than just straight ahead business logic or just straight emotion. It's kind of a combination of, I'd like to know more about your holistic approach.
That's, we can say different things about it, but there's something I said already, and this is for us the key. It's always just listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart. Wow.
What we can recommend to everybody, it's very simple and easy. You close your eyes, you just listen to your heart, and you dream big. And if you got a smile on your face, that means that you're dreaming big. If there's no smile, then this is not for you. And if you feel it and you feel this is the purpose, so this is the start. But then apart from that, there are different ways, of course. Dieter was telling already about the health and fitness. If you're not in good health, you have to work on that. So it's nice if we talk about the revenues and more money and things like that. That's a good thing.
Yeah, of course.
But if the rest is not in balance, if you don't have the energy, if you don't have the joy, if you don't have your purpose in your life, there's something missing. And we all know 70% of business has nothing to do with this rational part, with this business part, but with personal thing that will affect your business. So this 70%, this is the psychological thing. And it doesn't mean psychological in a very bad way, but it's just sometimes it's your limiting belief, it's your imposter syndrome, it's just not having enough energy. So this holistic thing is what we work on first. But some people, they're already over that because they found their purpose. They are in balance, they are aligned. So it depends a little bit on our clients. Sometimes they need it, sometimes they don't need it. We didn't know it in beforehand. But this is the first, because we can come up with tools, with skills, with action, or whatever you have to do in the business part. It will never have an effect if this alignment, if this energy in you.
Right. Energy. Yes.
If the energy is not there, and you can fake things, but you can't fake energy. This is, like the energy is everywhere, but you can't just buy it in a shop. You can't just do as if you have it. You have it because it's in you. And if it's not in you,
then you're aligned. Then you're
not radiating it.
And then you're aligned. That's the thing. The energy, you're aligned, and that's what we told before. It's that you can't see a personal entrepreneur just as an entrepreneur, just from the business side.
Right.
Everything has an impact. The energy has an impact on your business, or whatever, or what your health, or the relations with your family. So it's all related for us.
And also, if they want to attract in their business more clients, it's also there the energy that you radiate. The energy, I believe,
what you put out, you attract.
Yes. And you will attract the client. You're mirroring a little bit the clients, that the thing, that the energy that you're radiating, these are the clients that you will radiate. So if your energy is so low, you can work on so many tools, it's not going to work. So this is the holistic thing, and it's all, it's like you work also like that. And this is, why we connect so well, because
we're on the same frequency. I knew that the moment we met, we're on the exact same frequency. And it's something about when you work with people that are on the same frequency, it just feels effortless. It feels like we've known each other for 5 or 10 years, even, if it's been months or whatever. And
you attract who you are.
And that's beautiful, the effortlessness. If you have to get out of bed and say, oh my gosh, I need to do this and I need to do that, then you're not aligned, and this is not the purpose, and quit that and search something else. If you want to work as an entrepreneur, you can do whatever you want in your life. But if you really are doing what you like, then it's effortless.
Effortless, right. So
it's fun.
how
can people work with you guys? I know you guys have a special offer for our listeners here behind the mic.
Yes.
We do.
Two different ways, but the masterclass is the first way. For people that need a bit of clarity and focus, there's a masterclass.
I'm going to start with the masterclass because as we were just telling this holistic part, but with this holistic part, there's this clarity. We have a masterclass. It will be on the 8th of June. It's a Saturday. It's in 3 weeks' time, but it's all on a website. I'll come back on that. And the name of the masterclass is Get Clarity, Gain Focus. And we start with this.
Gain focus? Get clarity, gain focus?
Gain focus, yes.
Gain focus.
Yeah.
So the 8th of June,
Okay.
And it will be at 2 p.m. UK, 9 a.m. ET, and 6 a.m. PT. And
Okay.
what is so important about this is the start of every, apart from the holistic part, this is the start. If you have clarity, then
Mhm.
you will always be able to receive your to go towards your goals. So
Mhm.
what we do in this masterclass is to help you to be very clear about your purpose, your value, your vision, your goal.
Mhm.
Because if you know what you want, why you want it, and how you want it, then
Mhm.
things, they will flow. You will have, like we said, this flow, this energy, this direction, this motivation. So it is a masterclass that takes 4 hours. So it's with other entrepreneurs, so like-minded
Okay.
people. It are small groups. There are practical exercises. Everybody will get a workbook, so with the exercises.
Okay.
And if you can't join us live, it's okay because everything will be recorded, and we send the records of the replay after the
Okay.
master. And on top of the 4 hours, there is one extra hour, and that's personal. So that's a follow-up coaching call to
Okay.
go more in depth into your personal business. So
Okay.
the package for the 4 hours and the 1 hour, we price it. You will find it on our website. It's Allegria. The website is Allegria. Coaching.eu, but
.eu.
we
Yep.
put it in the link. So you just go to our website and you click in masterclass. And we proposed it on a very attractive price because it's worth like more than 800 euros. We put it on
Mhm.
474. But yesterday, as we were telling, we wanted to do something extra for your
Okay.
listeners.
Okay.
And we're promoting it for 1 week on 299. So it's only 299 euros for the
Okay.
whole package with
Okay.
the workbook, with the extra 1 hour personalized coaching, and with the recordings. So you go to our website, you click on masterclass, and the only thing your listeners have to do is to put in a code, and the code
Okay.
is clarity, with
Clarity.
clarity in capital letters.
Clarity. Okay.
So,
So,
but
and
if
it's on the 8th of June.
it's a
Yep.
Saturday,
Yes.
Yep.
and if they have any problem, they will
Okay.
more. We'll see. You can mail us through the website, or you can just ask for a call, and then we can talk a little bit more or answer their questions. So this is the masterclass, and this is the start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apart from that, for people that
Yeah, that's-
want,
yeah.
something else,
Yeah, for that.
they can follow our program. So tell a little bit more about that.
Yeah, because that's, you explained that if you don't have the clarity yet, but people that have the clarity, or they want to move on, and are entrepreneurs that want to have
Mhm.
more money, more time, more impact,
Mhm.
we also have a dedicated program for that. And of course, it depends on the business and it depends on the person because it's always different. But we have a dedicated program, and if again they can go to our website and
Mhm.
push the button for a success call, and
Okay.
then we can explain how we can help them, because it's really related. Every person is different, so every approach is different as well. But what is common is that we go on a 4-month journey. So it's 4
Okay.
months,
4 months.
and
Okay.
4 months, and it's 3 times a month that we take an intense hour a week, and the 4th week is a reflection week. Of course, we
Okay.
start with intake. So in the intake session, we really go deep and see who the person
Okay.
is, what they want, and where they want to get to. And it comes with exercises and with the whole program. So yeah, that's apart from the masterclass, we have this
Okay.
Personalized program.
personalized programs. Yes.
Okay. So now I want to we'll put the links and everything in the comments here on LinkedIn. We'll have, you guys can even reply with the comments and all the links and put everything right in here. So when people see it on LinkedIn, they have all the information they need. I want to know, who are your favorite rock stars?
Yeah.
We had to wait. You had to wait a half an hour.
Yeah. How long
Wait,
do you have?
Oh.
How long can we continue to
Well,
give you?
We're okay on time. I mean, people are either going to watch or they're not. I mean, it's 34. It's fine. Yeah, I want to hear about like what.
There's so much. There's so
Yeah.
much people that we
We love.
we love. Yeah, we love music. I mean, music for every day, for music for every moment, for every. I
Okay.
mean, we love music. So we really enjoy dancing as well. So for us, music is very important.
Okay.
And it's never ending. I mean, of course, there are souvenirs, and if you go back, then There is Mick Jagger, of course. We both like Rolling Stones.
Okay.
We
Stones.
went,
Yep.
we went to the Stones. We went to a concert in Belgium, by the way, where we didn't at that time.
No,
we didn't know each other. She was in front. I was in the back somewhere, and I was there with my mother even. So there was intergenerational, 2 generations.
Okay.
And he's still going on today. I mean, this is so impressive for us. So we love his music.
It was really fun because we knew so many years afterwards when we met each other that we were at the same concert. And I still remember Mick. He was just running for 2 hours.
Wow.
So impressive.
Amazing.
It was like he energized
the whole
everybody.
the whole concert.
The day after I had an oral exam. I did the best exam ever because I was so energized. Like I didn't have any voice anymore. They thought I was ill. I wasn't ill, but I was just. But this is the experience you have.
Concerts,
like
going to concerts. Yes.
You're there, and this is not just a person singing a song.
No, this guy is out of the world. Yeah, out of this world.
He was there.
Still is.
So apart from Rolling Stones.
Yeah, David Bowie, Tom Misch, that's more recent. Tom Misch, I like. Aretha Franklin, that's old school, but anyway, I love it.
Yep.
Marcus Miller. I mean, there's so much, man. There's David Bowie, of course. I don't know if I mentioned it.
Bowie, yeah. Well, we talk about that in the program too. I use David Bowie and Mick Jagger as examples because, I mean, there's a million lead singers out there, but there's only one Mick Jagger.
Yeah,
it is.
There's 1,000 ones that try to be him, but there's only one him. And I don't know how he moves. I don't know how he thinks. I don't know how he does it. And he just, it doesn't matter. The guy doesn't age.
No, it's impressive.
I think maybe with all his wives and his children, maybe he stays young. I don't know. Maybe that's I don't know.
That's a secret.
Maybe he found the secret to youth. I don't know. And then you got Keith Richards, who is amazing that he's still alive with everything.
But all of them
he can still stand. But
he's one of the best guitar players. He could just hold a note. I've worked with all these musicians over 20 years in music. Everybody tries to sound like the Stones. When they do a sound check, they play like the Stones, and no one. And I mean, even Mick Jagger just Keith Richards can hold a note. And I have so many guitar players, and they're like using every pedal they can. They still can't create that tone. That's where we talk about signature sound. We can talk about this for hours. Yeah. We will talk about this more. But
I love this.
This is see how passionate music.
But this is what makes everything. For instance, also Queen.
They
were so
oh my God, yes.
In front of their time, the things they created. Not everybody was ready at that time. So people are thinking, what are they doing there? But they were just being them.
Yeah. Freddie Mercury.
And they were. It's the same with the song. They're not just singing a song. They're just being that song. They're being that music. This is energy, and this is so amazing.
Yeah, I showed to my kids. I thought it was part of the education, very important. I said, Under Pressure, live Wembley, Freddie Mercury together with David Bowie.
Oh wow, I know, right? Wow.
I
don't think
YouTube, sometimes it's really useful. So
I don't think we're going to have artists like that nowadays. I mean, we do have the Taylors and we have people that are great performers, and I'm not taking away from them, but I'm saying there's something that was just magical about David Bowie, Mick Jagger, Freddie Mercury, Queen. Like, have you guys seen the Bohemian Rhapsody movie?
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix again. I watched it the other night. And it's like watching it for the first time. It's like, oh my God, this is incredible. Wow. Guys, this has been so much fun. I am so excited. I want everyone to connect with you guys here on LinkedIn, follow you and connect with you, and attend your Get Clarity, Gain Focus workshop on 8th June. Use the promo code CLARITY and get the discount. And everything is at allegriacoaching.eu. Like I said, we'll put everything in the comments, in the show notes and everything. So I really appreciate it. This was so much fun. And yes, we definitely have to catch up and listen to some Stones together. And David Bowie stuff. Next time we catch up, we'll catch up. We'll go out and grab lunch or something sometime, and we'll talk more music off camera.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely. Yeah.
Can I add 2 small things? Can I add 2 small things?
Absolutely.
I just want to mention that the biggest rock star of all for me.
Oh.
No.
And the second thing is Thank you. We're really very grateful that we met, and thank you for having us live on your show, and wishing you all the best. And we will send clients to you as well. So thank you so much for everything.
Great. Perfect. Thank you, guys. All
Great,
right.
great idea. Loved doing this. Cheers.
Yep. Until
Bye.
next
Bye-bye.
time. We'll catch you
Bye.
later. All right.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.